guys, I'm gonna show you how to do good at Crucible. So let's get right into it, no talking. At our number one spot, it's kind of obvious, but you gotta play aggressive. You gotta learn the maps. You gotta do everything. You gotta learn your corners. You gotta learn everything. And I haven't played in a while, so I'm a little rusty. But you gotta know how to play your character. If you're just playing on your Titan, Warlock, or whatever your main is, you gotta play aggressive, and you got a certain loadout, but you should probably practice with every weapon, because then that'll increase your chances of getting a good KD or getting wins. But if you're playing capture, you gotta play usually more aggressive, so you can most likely kill a lot of enemies just so you can get, get those enemy kills.
Zone advantage is yours.
So the lag, he's not dying. Okay. Okay, he doesn't exist then. Okay, there we go. He left.
Find your prey and end them.
And then if you need to heal, just hide.
Your lead grows sharper.
When you play aggressive, you're gonna try to you need to try to hit your shots more. Like, you see how much I missed, like one bullet out of him. Then if you run out of ammo on one gun, you really just gotta switch to the other. If you don't do that, you're gonna die. But if it kind of depends if you have your super charge or not, then you just use your super. And if your secondary is out of ammo, well, you should probably use one of your abilities, just so you can not die.
Have the advantage. Press on.
So for Titan, Warlock, and Hunter, I'd say grenade. And and actually, if there's two people trying to kill you, just throw the grenade, then chances are you're gonna kill them both, or at least get them both low at the point where you can kill them. It's really not that hard, so if you're really trying to get good at Crucible, it's gonna be really helpful. And you gotta work on your sensitivity. So say you do one match with like 10 sensitivity, or actually, no, I would say start with a low sensitivity. The match you do the best in with the best with whatever sensitivity, that's gonna be the sensitivity you want to use. Because then, if you're really like not doing what you should be, if you're really not doing that, then you're just gonna have a sensitivity that you'll have to get used to, and that usually takes days, weeks, or months. And like, it's not fun having to just. And if you have an explosive weapon, just like a grenade launcher or something, try to like aim right, because if you're in the air, if you're airborne, then if you're in the air, you're probably gonna miss more, and chances are you'll shoot a wall and you'll blow yourself up. But if you're lucky, you're fine. Oof. As you can see, I'm doing bad this match. Like I said, I am very rusty. I had not played this game in a couple weeks or months, so just be careful about that. So as you can see, I'm not doing good with this. Not doing that good. So I might use another weapon. Try to hit your shots more, because I already said try to hit your shots more, but that's not going to be guaranteed, so that's why you got to test your sensitivities.
Zone A
And if you're
captured.
rusty, just
Zone
lower
advantage is
sensitivity, but
yours.
people who are like professional, like they play a lot, but then that one day they just don't feel like it, and then the next day they don't do too good, and then you just gotta.
Zone B
It's
lost.
the whole point. Practice makes perfect. Perfect doesn't make practice. I don't know how the phrase went, but I'm pretty sure I had it the first time. Oh, that was a
5
waste.
minutes remain.
And practice with the loadout. If you feel like you don't want to use the same thing every time. Okay, I should have killed him. But yeah, you really just gotta play aggressive. It's not that hard. But without further ado, let's get into our numbers 2 spot. Is probably do some PvE. And what I mean by that is it's basically working on your aim, and when you get to the boss fights and everything, you really just it's not that hard. You want to go for all criticals. Like if you want to go back on Destiny 1, if you can, and if you have it, aim for everything on the head, or you can run up Crucible a lot of times. And always try shooting for the head. It's not easy, but once you do it enough, it'll get pretty easy. Because the more and more you progress, it's really not that difficult. And maybe find the right class for you. Make 3 classes, get them to the highest light you can in maybe a day or so. And so whatever one is best for you, it'll be so much easier. Like say you don't really feel like playing, say you're not doing good on a certain class, like you play hunter, you get like a couple kills, like from 5 to maybe 10 or even less. And you go on a Titan, you get, I would say, between 15 and 20, and then Warlock, you just obliterate everybody. And then the one that you do best on, just keep on playing it, just keep on going. It's really easy, not that hard. It may seem hard, it's not hard, it just takes a long time. Like I said, practice makes perfect. If this video is long, I just try to do my best to explain everything.
Zone C captured.
And right now, as you can see, I'm playing Iron Banner, because Iron Banner is one of the best ways to get loot.
You strike as one.
I'm sorry, my throat is like talk well. Without further ado, let's get to our number. Coming at our number 3 or 4 spot, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's our number 3 spot. But coming at our number 3 spot, it's gonna be jump over enemies. It's one of the more least needed ones, but it'll definitely keep you from losing less health, keep you from losing more health. So basically, say an enemy is shooting at you, you have them tracked, you know where they are, you want to jump over them and shoot them from mid-air. Which, if in a way, and like they won't really, they'll kind of lose track of you. So then that'll end up helping. So they get confused, and then if they're still not dead by the time you're in the air, or at least hit the ground, then you just gotta melee them in the back.
Zone A lost.
It definitely gonna help. Like, there's no explanation for this. But if you have a very high chance of killing them, because they're like a way lower light level than you, from I would say maybe in the 800s or 900s. But if you're both like a similar light, but you gotta know what weapons you're using, because by any chance you're gonna have a way higher advantage of way higher chance of killing them than them killing you. Alright. So there's really no explanation needed for this, or really any more talking. So without further ado, let's get on number 4. It sounds kind of cheaty, kind of like it's cheating, but it's not. You just want to look at the map. It sounds bad, but it's really not. Because when an enemy is like behind you, you look on the map, oh, they're behind me. Or you can see where any enemy is if they're in a certain radius. So really, it's not cheating. If you look at my map, just look at my map for the most of this part. Well, one of these ways. Just look at my game and my gameplay at the same time. You just look at both from time to time.
Opponent claimed Zone C. You captured Zone A.
Last match I won. It was pretty nice. And if you play good enough, you get exotics. You saw I had my sunshot, and like after I recorded the first way, I switched to my sunshot, and got that from Crucible. And like the fight, it was like a 1 in 3 chance.
You're pulling ahead.
But like, actually no, it's like a 1 in like 20 chance. Takes a lot of Crucible just to do all that.
Captured Zone B. 2 zones are yours.
There's really no explanation for this. Just I'm gonna play like 4 minutes of this match. See, I looked on my map, but he still got me. Just pay attention to the game when you look at the map. It really depends on your kills. And another thing is just don't pay attention to kills all the time. Pay attention to score too, if you're playing control and zones. Because then if your teammate's gonna die, you don't want your teammate to die. It's not a way, but it's something I feel like I should mention, because it's helpful. I guess. Because then, usually your kills and your score, it kind of depends on both. Like if you're playing control, focus on the zones too. Like don't always focus on how you're playing. Like right now, if there's somebody near me and I'm probably gonna die, that's when you gotta pay attention to your kills. But if you're the type of person who's just like, hey, I don't really care, I kind of just want kills. No. I mean, if you have a challenge, I mean, a bounty, that, actually maybe even a quest, or maybe even bounty, that you have
You've lost the lead.
to, well, get kills, that's pretty much the only time. But you gotta help out your teammates, and you gotta make sure you get the zones. Because if it's just like survival, that's kind of like a kill-based thing. Kind of a kill-based mode. Then, yeah. So, I already have a decent amount of kills right now. Can't really check. Not this quest.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Well, it's been like 2 minutes, but almost 3 actually. So I'll just leave it there. See you in the number 5. At our number 5 spot is play way more aggressive on defense. Say you want to protect the zone because you really want to win the game. It's not hard, but here's the thing. Say you want to defend whatever zone. And this is more of a Titan thing, but it doesn't really matter. You really want to play super aggressive if you're really trying to defend that zone. Because then, if you're not playing aggressive enough, if you're just playing number 1 aggressive, that's just like pretty aggressive. But if you're defending, you really gotta play aggressive. And I think whatever one you had to plant the key in and you had to defend it, it's like that. And you, if you're defending, enemies are gonna be coming out of every corner, every edge, anything. Everything.
Zone A lost.
Making it so you're basically screwed. Because they're gonna come at you, corners, whatever. Making it so you have a really high chance of ending up to die. And then you're like, oh crap, they're gonna get the zone. I'm not gonna get it. Then they're gonna get the points. Well, if you're defending aggressive enough, you're gonna kill half of them, most of them, or all of them. And if your teammates aren't there, well, you're probably gonna die because they don't have anywhere. They're not checking anywhere for you. But this is kind of more for experienced players, but it doesn't really matter. Say I really want to defend Zone A. I go against the wall. I'll wait till an enemy has come by. My teammates are kind of just doing everything for me. So then when they're screwed, that's where I come in. Oh no! See, that's what the look at the map thing is for. I didn't look at the map, but that's where it comes in handy.
Captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
See? Yeah, kinda screwed.
Zone A lost.
But this is the end of the video. Like, subscribe, hit that little bell. Ding ding.
Zone B lost. The flames are lit.
And yeah. Goodbye.